Hello, welcome to Tarot and Oracle for the Soul. I am Sarah, and this week I'm doing a first impressions of the HazelMoon's Hawaiian Tarot by Katalin E. Csikos. I hope I said that right. I have never seen this deck before. I received this in Happy Mail last month, which I am so grateful for, and it was really fun. There was a lot of decks that I had never heard of or seen. So I have gone ahead and taken the plastic off. Anyone who's seen my other videos knows that I'm always like messing up the box or messing up the cards. And I did look at a few of the cards, but I haven't really looked. I was saving it for this video. So it says HazelMoon's Hawaiian Tarot has been many years in the making, from original concept complete through self-publishing and marketing. This is the only tarot set that does honor the Kingdom of Hawaii and its ancient culture. After spending years living and working on the Big Island, the artist felt her love of the land and its people more than deserved the massive effort it would take to complete the work. Self-taught in every aspect such a task would require, she has found that moment in time to release this artwork for your appreciation and pleasure. Each card is a lovely hand-painted work of art, and the entire collection is something to treasure for a lifetime. So I'm super excited. I've never been to Hawaii, but it's a dream of mine to go to Hawaii. So we have this really nice book, and then we've got a deck within another package in the package. So we have a picture of the Emperor, and then it kind of mirrors the outside box. And then the Ace of Sticks. So we'll see my hand. The cards look a little wider than traditional tarot cards. All right, I have the Cosmic Tarot deck. That's standard tarot size. So I'll compare the card size with this. So a little wider and just a little bit shorter than a traditional tarot size deck. Here are the backs, and now these are glossy cards. I like the palm trees. Let's take a look at the book. So this is copyright 2003 by the author, printed by Artful Dragon Press. I dedicate this book to all of my family and friends. And then she says, love and peace. At the beginning of time, we were all highly evolved spiritual beings. We lived our life in accordance to the sacred temple of cosmic law, which we fully honored in thought, word, and deed. Gradually, we became intoxicated with the dream of separation and ego identification, listening to the mind, a collection of thoughts, and forgetting the song of love and unity. Then here we have, just trying to see where, sorry, the lighting is not very good today. There's lots of shadows. All right, we have what is Hawaiian Tarot and why did I create it? What is the Aloha Spirit? It says kindness to be expressed with tenderness, unity to be expressed with harmony, agreeability to be expressed with pleasantness, humility to be expressed with modesty, and patience to be expressed with perseverance. What is Hawaiian wisdom? What Hawaii taught me. About the artist. What is tarot anyway? short history of tarot. Where to begin. She has some color references and what they mean. And then we have, starting with the Fool, she gives like a little overview of the card. And then she rates what she has on the card. On my card, I painted Moana Key, located on the big island of Hawaii. It means White Mountain. The peak of Mauna Kea is 13,803 feet above sea level, but 33,476 feet above its base on the floor of the Pacific Ocean. Wow. Then she gives divinatory meaning and reversed. So each card gets a full page. Let's see if she does the same. So her wands are sticks. That was the only thing it looks like she changed. So just a little bit shorter than a page. Sticks, cups. So she does boy, warrior, queen, and king. Swords, and instead of pentacles, she has stones. Okay, so she just changed two. Not bad. There looks like there's a couple of tarot spreads in the back on page 103. So here's the layout, which this really looks like the Celtic cross. Yeah, it is. So it's just a Celtic cross. All right, so the book is really nice. The cards are nice and thick and bendy and flexible. So really good for any way you want to shuffle. I will say they are very sticky. Like I'm trying to push, they're all stuck together. You can hear the crispiness. See, I haven't even... So here's that Fool card. I guess this is the Mountain. Very nice. The Magician. So you can hear me crunching them apart. The High Priestess. Have some ASMR going on in here. The Empress. The Emperor. Yeah, so it's my dream. I wanted to move to Hawaii so bad in my early 20s. That was actually the goal. My friend and I, Caitlin, were trying to get to Hawaii, and my friend ended up in the desert in California, and I ended up in Phoenix. So we both ended up in deserts rather than the lush, beautiful islands of Hawaii, which how hilarious is that? So when you try to manifest things, you will create change and things will happen, but maybe just not the way you envisioned it. I don't know how we both ended up in deserts in 2 different states, but we did. Strength. Looks like she's swimming with a dolphin, which is very cool. I love dolphins so much. Wheel of Fortune with all the animals, and that looks like a ukulele, a starfish, a little flounder, a monkey, a lizard. Very cool. I really like this Justice card. It's very pretty with the flowers and her pink flower dress and the fruits, all the amazing fruit you get in Hawaii, and the scales of justice. the Hanged Man. I'm really interested in reading the book and seeing how the images relate, because this looks like a lei to me. So having it in the ocean, what's the significance? I don't know, because I always thought leis were like welcoming, you know, everyone who goes to Hawaii gets one when you get off the plane. So I'm not sure. Temperance, this is really cool that she's in the water and you have the sun, the setting sun or the rising sun, and that's just really pretty. I like that instead of the devil, we have the evil, because we all know that we all have the ability to be evil, to be the devil in somebody else's life or even in our own life. This is a pretty non-confronting tower card, which is interesting. It's just lightning, but no destruction and no people falling to their demise. This is a really pretty star card. I like this. I love the ocean. I love dolphins. I, like every other exennial, wanted to be a marine biologist. But it didn't happen. The sun. I heard someone else talking about this, like how our little micro generation, everybody wanted to be a marine biologist, and everyone loved like dolphins, and we all had the same like dolphin posters up. And I'm not gonna lie, my kitchen is still covered in dolphins and whales and mermaids. Just because I'm an adult now doesn't mean I have to grow up, right? Like, why do we assume that being an adult has to be boring and beige or black or, you know, some primary color? And that we can't like the things we liked when we were children or teenagers. I understand like some things it's like, okay, you know, let go of, you grow up, you move on, but why do you have to stop liking dolphins and whales? Warrior of Sticks. Here's the Boy of Sticks. Ten of Sticks. Maybe now with these cards, I can manifest getting to go to Hawaii now. I actually have a visualization. Back then, I didn't know about vision boards and manifestation. It was just something we talked about and researched all the time. I'm kind of having to crack the cards to get them separated. We'll see how difficult it is to shuffle these, just because they are so sticky. I like that dolphin tail. You can see some fire over here, or maybe that's the sun. I'm not sure if that's the sun setting or rising with the palm tree and the beautiful greenery. King of Cups looks like he's making an offering, maybe to the ancestors. Let's look. In readings, he asks you to take the kinds of actions he might take. For example, responding calmly in a crisis using diplomacy rather than force, reaching out to help, or accepting a different point of view. The king can also represent a man who acts as he does, or an atmosphere of caring, tolerance, and understanding. In a reading, he tells you that His special energy has meaning for you at this time. Let yourself be inspired by this king in whatever form he appears in your life. Divinatory meaning: fair man, man in business, law, divinity, responsibility, equity, art and science, creativity, intelligence, diplomacy, or an educated man. So there's that humble act of kindness and understanding, which is the highest form of intelligence. I think that there is something we could all aspire to. Queen of Cups, playing the drums, very cool. Warrior of Cups. Oh, I love the Boy of Cups is surfing. That's very fun. 10 of Cups. Nine of Cups. So the cards are a little pippish. I mean, it's different scenery, but you just have the cups. So there's no people or animals. So you are going to have to know the meaning of the card. I like how the lay around the two cups representing love. That's nice. That's a nice little detail. And the Ace of Cup with pineapple, which is good luck in Hawaii. That much I do know. King of Swords. You have the Hawaii Islands. Oh, the Queen of Swords is sad. This is like the saddest Queen of Swords I've ever seen. And I have, the Queen of Swords is like my card. And I always look at like, how does the Queen of Swords look? Like in thought, she's exhausted. She's just like slayed a demon or something. And she's, you know, holding the head in her hand, and she's like slumped in her chair. And she was exhausted, but some of, you know, Queens of Swords look fierce, ready for business. And she's just sad. It's so sad. Warrior of Swords. Boy of Swords with a surfboard. He either has, looks like he's just got back because there's a puddle under him. So he mastered the waves and he's back. I like the rainbow, offering hope after the rain. Oh, I like the swordfish as the Ace of Swords. That's cute. And you still have a sword here. Interesting. It's funny, these clouds kind of look like ships in the sky. All right, and then we're on the last suit. We are on the King of Lava Stones, Queen of Lava Stones. The Warrior, the Boy, so I like the size of the cards. You know, they're not oracle size. They're gonna like fit in my hand rather nicely. All right, since I got them unstuck, they're shuffling pretty good. Let's see if I can fan them. They're still a little sticky, but I have a feeling like over time they may lose some of that stickiness, so you can't really spread them very well. And see, I pulled, they're stuck together, so. All right, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant may actually represent a teacher, priest, or advisor, but is more likely to symbolize moral lessons to be learned from events. This card can be an indicator of marriage or a desire for marriage, as well as a point of legal responsibilities and official documents. The Kahuna is an ancient priest who interpreted mysteries or the arcane knowledge of Hawaii. The Little Blue Church on my card is located in Kailua Kona on the Big Island of Hawaii. It is almost at the end of Alia Drive. It is a sacred place for many people who live there or have visited the island before. Divinatory meaning: marriage, ceremonies, idea, harmony, spiritual leader, unity, alliance, servitude, captivity, kindness. Reversed: other, over kindness, weakness, sensitivity, society, and concord. So thank you for watching my first impressions of HazelMoon's Hawaiian Tarot. I think the cards are beautiful. I'm going to be really interested in reading about the cards, especially getting to learn more about Hawaiian culture. I know like the bare basics, and that they have a beautiful culture and lots of amazing fresh fruits and veggies, and that it's a very spiritual and beautiful place. So, you know, hopefully one day I make it to Hawaii and get to experience the beauty. Thank you for watching. Have fun, keep on shuffling, and I'll see you next time.